Well, this led to an arrest. This has created a racially charged firestorm.
New plans for white nationalist rallies on college campuses.
The first Sunday of the football season.
An unarmed black man shot and killed
You
officers.
can feel the tension getting greater and greater.
I'm building a wall, okay?
It is the fallout from his Oval Office slur about immigrants that still
flyer
has
showing
him
up in New Jersey aimed at 2 Americans of Chinese and Indian descent.
Even 10 years ago, I didn't have some of the concerns and fears.
Please give us justice!
I didn't hear some of the ugliness that I hear today.
A candidate for mayor labeled a terrorist on a leaflet.
This is America. I am American, born and raised.
The video was my response to a driver who almost hit me as I was in a crosswalk on a green light in Center City, Philadelphia. The driver and I exchanged words about who had the right of way.
Then she proceeded to drive off, but as she drove away, she yelled out her window, "This is America."
Those 3 words suggested to me that somehow the driver did not see me as an American. And after a lifetime of letting similar comments just roll off my back, go unaddressed and unquestioned, something in me snapped.
Lady, I have been an American journalist for 20 plus years. I have seen Americans suffer and grieve. I have seen Americans rejoice and show resilience. So I know this is America. You do not have to tell me that.
This is certainly white privilege with the whitest kind of rude and disconnected answer you could expect.
Your video showed how all minorities feel with any experience like that.
You see this face and you think this face belongs to an outsider or a foreigner.
I need to show your video to my 13-year-old Asian American daughter.
I, too, am a woman of Asian descent, born and raised in America, but I've often been made to feel like a foreigner.
I have 2 kids. They have this same face, especially my daughter. She's a carbon copy of me.
Because he has the genes of his dad. He was called a terrorist. Why is my son not as American as your son or as your daughter?
I don't ever want my daughter to hear that, to feel that, to go through that experience.
I am Asian American and I am strong and I am proud.
The Facebook video gave all Americans an opportunity to share their own diverse, painful experiences.
He told me, he was like, turn that spick music down.
She turned around, looked at me, and said, terrorists.
I've been told absolutely, go back to Africa or go back to your island.
And it is my diversity, my color, my culture, and all of the things that come with it that have helped me contribute to my country. And so I'm taking ownership of those words you hurled out of your window to me on Friday. This is America.
This was a real awakening for me. I mean, I never expected this to go viral.
Hello from Toronto, Canada. So sorry to hear you experience this.
To many of us, this is nothing new. Sometimes it's loud and ugly. Sometimes it's neatly packaged and polite. Stay woke.
I teach at the most diverse high school in the country. I want to share your video with my students.
But not everyone liked my message or my approach.
We will always have a small percentage of the public who are ignorant. Ignore them so they may realize nobody cares about their hate.
And some disagreed with my interpretation of the driver's comment.
I don't take it as racist, but instead that she meant she's free to be an American, do as she pleases.
What makes me happy about this is it did spark discussion and it did fuel debate and it gave people a place to go to have this really important conversation. So this is not really about my incident, my video. This is about these people who commented. Many engaged with each other directly.
In 2000, 69% of Asian Americans were foreign-born, so it actually makes more sense for the driver to assume that a random Asian on the street is not from America.
Even a random Asian on the street deserves some degree of courtesy as a fellow human being. I highly doubt the driver would have felt the need to yell, "This is America," at a European tourist off the plane.
I'm not saying this is right, but the only way it will ever stop is if people separate and stay with their own kind.
But since I'm half black, half white, look Spanish, but have an Arabic name, which line should I get it?
I was most interested in getting to know the people who expressed a point of view different from my own. So you felt that you as a white person are a true American, and the only true American, that's how you felt?
That's how I felt, yes. Come on.
My mission was to get people to step out of social media and really reveal themselves.
A lot of us can get behind the Facebook and get behind, other chat rooms and everything and kind of throw digs out there or give your 2 cents, but
if you feel the way you do...
Yeah, but see, when you talk about it, you really make a difference, I think, when you talk to the person.
And when we did, there were surprises. Some people thought you were racist on Facebook.
Yeah,
that couldn't be further from the truth.
Exactly. That was the mistake I made by explaining it that way.
There are no rules, except I just want you to keep it real. I want you to be brutally honest. We asked students to share their thoughts on race.
White people do have an advantage in this country.
And their feelings on the impact of race and our history.
Slavery happened so long ago. People still hate whites for things that have happened back then. And I don't think that's fair.
It's not your fault for what your ancestors did, but it's just like, I just don't think it should be forgotten.
The conversation is not always easy.
I think it all comes back.
It all came back when you saw the video. I'm sorry, I feel like you just need a hug. But it does bring those of us who were part of it just a little bit closer.
This whole conversation, something like a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
I'm me, not what you think I am.
To actually listen to each other and understand where we come from.
This is America.
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 Esto es Estados Unidos.